We out of left field, it's time to get real with all the juicy hot topics that bring appeal. Like who's a Hall of Famer and who's the best team. Number one up on the power ranking, that's a prestige. Man, the outfield is mine, I'm calling left center. My name is Daniac, a name that you should all remember. Yoni, who you bringing on? Who's the guest spot? They better be bringing their A game. Come on, let's talk.
Sure. All right, boys. Episode 6, this time on time. Again, cancellations on the field for stupidities. We'll get into that in a little bit. Shiv, welcome to the show from the Uber.
Yes, sir. Trying to supplement my income here. Lauren Crane motivated me to get out here and drive Ubers.
Is it because the umpiring rate went down?
Yeah, my umpiring has been mocked a little bit lately, so I'm not getting the same amount of scheduled games. So I gotta supplement that money somewhere. Apparently, I'm not very good with fair foul balls, so.
Or strikes right down the middle. You're pretty bad with those.
Oh, here we go. Don't get me started, young. I swear to God. Yeah.
Mitchie Fogle, welcome to the episode. How you doing?
Good. Always good. Very happy. We got Summer back today.
We had we started a little bit late today, so I want to apologize. We were supposed to have Adam Malinoff on the show. So I'm going to give my apologies to him. We were supposed to start recording at 11 o'clock. Unfortunately, life came up, and sometimes you can't always stick to that schedule. We had to postpone. He had a golf time that he pushed off to accommodate us on the show. He couldn't wait any longer. So we have a last-minute replacement guest, straight from the pickleball courts.
Has to be a white.
Legit straight from the pickleball courts.
I really hope this is Dan Cleverly.
Logan White, welcome.
Oh, that's a good guy.
Up.
Logan, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm up north, so hopefully the connection's fine. We should be good though, and I'm excited to be here. It's been a while that I've been waiting to be on here, so I'm very happy.
Well, you got your shot right here. So first of all, tell us the truth. Were you on the pickleball courts this morning?
I was with my father and a bunch of other amazing players, and I got the opportunity to play with them. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So welcome to your first time on the podcast. It's always good to have a first timer on, and I think you're the second week in a row that we do have a first timer on.
Yeah. With the Benzers last week, I was like, as soon as you texted me this morning, I was like, I have to accept that. I have family from Toronto. I was like, I don't care about you guys. I got to be on the podcast.
There we go. 40 minutes. This is your opportunity. So I wanted to ask you, how are you doing? How are you enjoying the season this year? How do you like your team? What's going on?
I'm loving it. We got such a great group of guys on the squad. Like, there's no beef between anybody. Everybody's there for the vibes, and like, it's just amazing. We're playing great right now, so it's very fun. You can't be mad at that. Yeah. And hopefully we keep it up the rest of the season.
Wait a minute. Nobody is fighting with Malinoff. No one doesn't get along with him at all.
No.
That's hard
I'd
to
say
believe.
we don't have Kobe on our squad, so it's hard to for them to jab at each other.
It's true.
All right, fair enough. Is it a big game when you guys play against the Bears for you guys?
Yeah, it's a big game, especially for me and my father, because we're going up against some family. But right now they're 1-0 against us. Shiv probably went to the field and punctured the what's it called? made the field ruined.
Water main? Yeah, that was
yeah, the water. He was too scared.
I thought getting a game against Bagel on T3 would be to my advantage, but it didn't work out.
Exactly.
Who did I play? Again,
You play Daniac.
Daniac.
Is there some money pool involved when you play the other whites? Like, or is it just bragging rights?
Nah, just bragging rights and pride. It's really just for fun. I mean,
You guys should have
anytime.
like a dinner over it or something. Like take each other out for dinner. Like
I like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's a good idea. It's honestly a good idea.
so, whenever that makeup game is, there should be dinner on the line. What's your guys' place? Manzo's.
I don't know. We don't
I
really
don't
have
know
a
what
spot.
that is. You don't have a spot? Why
No,
don't you go support Yoni Falafel?
sounds good.
Go support Yoni Falafel. He's
Shout out John Gal for supporting the other day, by the way. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys know that
we're
story,
actually
but
going to have someone come and talk about that. So well, just give me a second. I'm going to actually get him in here. But yes, go support Yoni Falafel. He's getting a lot of bad press by the pro-Palestinians. They're boycotting him. I believe his place was shot at in the middle of the night. So he's losing a lot of business he should not be losing. Let's go out and support. I'm not even sure where it is, but you know what? You don't have to go to the restaurant to support. You could just send somebody else to the restaurant to support, and that's gonna that's gonna bring me into my next guest. So we're gonna bring him in just a minute.
gotta be Fuchsy. Gotta be Fuchsy
It's
coming
gotta be Fuchsy. Why do you say that?
because John Gal was kind enough to send Mitch Fuchs there the other day.
Hold up. Here we go. Let's get him in here for a couple minutes.
Yeah, there he is. There's my guy.
Mitch, unmute yourself.
What's up, boys?
Mitch, we had a great segue actually into this call. I told the Whites that they should put money, not money, but they should put dinner on the next time the Bears play against Izerzer, because it's the Whites versus Whites, and whoever loses will have to take the other Whites out to dinner. And I suggested, why not send them to Yoni Falafel? What do you think?
That's a fucking great idea. Oh, that would be very nice. It's my buddy's restaurant. They've had a lot of negative publicity coming their ways lately because they are Jews and they support Israel. And on that note, let me say we got a gem of a guy in our league. His name is John Gal. So a couple weeks ago, I made a post on Facebook, and John called me up or messaged me, I don't remember, saying that he saw my message and he'd love to help my friend's restaurant out in some sort of way, any way he possibly can. John is kosher and an observant Jewish man, and he can't go eat there himself because it's not a kosher restaurant. So he mentioned to me that he's willing to send me some money to treat someone or a family to lunch there. And I was like, wow, I was shocked, truthfully. I was like, wow, it's very, very nice of you. You don't have to do this. You know, it's fine. They've gotten a lot of good publicity since then, and they've been very busy. But this week, I went by there at the Atwater Market, and I was in line, and I decided to treat a Muslim family of 5 to lunch at Falafel Yoni.
Wow.
And they were shocked.
That's what you call paying it forward, right? Now let's hope that this family goes and pays it forward to someone else. And it just continues and continues until we have peace in this world. That's all we really want.
That's 100% that. I was wearing an Israel baseball hat. I don't know. My boys know that I have this Israel baseball hat and I wear it all the time. And they looked at me and I went up to them. I'm like, do you guys want to have lunch with me? And they were all for it. I sat down. We all had falafel. We spoke a little bit about what's going on in the Middle East, but I wanted to stay away from politics because I don't like to talk about it, truthfully. It's happening there, and whatever I say doesn't really have an effect on what's happening there. People have their own opinions, and it is what it is. But they were super thankful and thoughtful, and they're Iranian. They're completely against the regime or whatever. They left there to escape that garbage, and they're in Canada living peacefully, and they support Israel, and it was really nice to see.
Amazing. Just before we let you go, tell us a little bit about the trade that you were involved in. We heard it from Shiv's perspective, but we didn't hear it from the only real body involved in the trade, according to Shiv.
The trade. Okay,
Just
so
because
first
Primo
and
won't be
foremost-
playing the rest of the season. That's what I'm saying.
First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to the captains of my old team, IQ, Jay, Rose, Slep, Talk. They're all gems of humans. I love the guys. They're great guys. Nothing against them whatsoever. But as
They're
almost
not
everyone knows in this league that I played in, the 3 past years, I've made it to the finals. I've lost in the finals with Shiv. This team was built like our team last year. We had a very, very strong foundation. And I just saw myself being on the Bears this year. Again, I didn't really see it happening any other way. At the draft, we had things in order to go through for me to slide to them. Unfortunately, we didn't see this team popping up and taking me. It was a non-factor in our eyes, and it happened. But lo and behold, I am where I am now. I'm back home. Very, very happy to be on the Bears. And even though it hasn't started off as planned, I'm not worried. We'll peak at the right time, and the playoffs will come, and then that's when the Bears start to eat.
Let's be honest. The only reason the Bears are losing is because they've been playing on T3, right?
Most probably.
We got to get Fuchs' first win of the year. Like, it's getting a little depressing at that. It's basically July and Fuchs hasn't won a game yet. It's getting pretty brutal.
And the
Yeah.
only game that his team did win was against your team, the team he's on now.
I wasn't even fucking there.
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe
yeah.
this is the week, man. Maybe this is the week.
This is it.
Well, we've
Definitely
been
my
in
week.
this position before. 2 years ago on the Bears, we were like the last place team in the league. Whatever it is, we came back to in the playoffs, made it to Game 5 of the finals. We'll see what happens. You never know. This league is a lot of fun. It's a draft league, and that's why it's built like this. Anyone could win it at any given day.
Fuchsy, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for giving a shout out to John Gal. Definitely very deserving. I'm sure he didn't need this recognition or care for it.
No, not at all.
John Gal likes to give things anonymously, but it's good to know that there's good people around, and thank you for bringing it out. We appreciate it.
100%, my brothers.
All the best.
Have a great Canada Day weekend, boys. I'll see you all on Tuesday.
All the best.
Take care.
See you tonight, Fuchsy.
Yeah, you're going down, Shiv.
Yeah.
Later.
The losing streak continues tonight, my friend.
Bye, boys.
See you.
All right, guys. So there you have it.
Good story.
Good story. Good people, and go visit Yoni Falafel. You know, if falafel is your thing, even if it's not your thing, go enjoy, go support anybody that's getting boycotted for no reason, for just being who they are. Fogel, if you could do me a favor, if you could put up the tiers up on the board.
I will. I think I got it.
Tears.
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
There we
Oh.
go. I
Oh,
would like
tiers.
to quickly just go through every tier, starting with K all the way to A. Okay, we'll start with the players, and I want you to just pick one player per tier that you think has excelled the most in their tier, who the best player in the tier is.
You know, I just want to mention before we do that, for new players, they're not actually tiered. They're tiered in the round that they're most. They're tiered in the tier for the round that most represents where they were drafted. So that's sort of
It's a throw off, but it's fine. We'll
Yeah.
keep it the way it is.
just as an
Just to-
FYI
to keep
for those
things
who don't
less-
know.
Can you guys see the board? Okay, you guys got it?
Yep.
Okay, let's
And
start.
I'm gonna throw this out, Yoni. I'm not gonna use anyone on my team because I'm super biased in that space. So I'm gonna name the person not on my team.
So why don't we all do the same? Why don't we all do the same? We can't name the person on their team except for tier number
Whatever tier Bobby Titleman is in. we
Yeah,
can all
that's the
name
one
him.
I'm talking about. So that
If
tier
you
we
don't
can-
name him, you have to get off the call.
So
Wait,
does that
what's-
mean I can't name him? No.
I don't even what tier is he
You
in?
can. He's
He's
in
F.
an
Yeah.
F, which is complete.
F?
But anyway,
Oh yeah, there he is. B Titleman. Got it. Okay.
all right.
So we're
Let's
gonna
get
start
started.
with K. Let's start with Logan.
In K. All right. Some very good options here. I mean, Kavari's been hitting very well. Heath has been hitting very well. Johnny Mo's been hitting. I saw him hit a triple the other day. I think it has to be him. I mean, even I'm not gonna say Mally because he's on my own team, but the last like 3 games he's been smashing the ball. But yeah, if I have to choose someone, I would say Johnny Mo.
Love it.
100% agree with Logan on that one, Yoni. I think Johnny Mo is
You know what?
he's a new man.
You don't have to be apologetic at all. Johnny Mo I looked at his stats last week. In one of the games, nobody was hitting. I think Jared was 1 for 5, and Johnny Mo was there 3 for 4. So, like, Mo's doing his thing, man. You can't take that away from him. You can't.
Can you not throw jabs at Jared? I want him to continue to be bad. I don't want to motivate him. So Jared played great. Johnny Mo also played great.
Johnny Mo having a lot of fun, which I think makes a big
Having a
difference.
lot of he's very much enjoying PSB.
I do think that he is a close second, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he's playing great and deserves to be mentioned, but I think Johnny Mo stands out for me. I agree with Logan.
For now. Okay, let's go to Jay. Folks.
Like Jay's obvious to me, so let's go to Shiv for Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't want to be all over one team, but I think Hillary's playing really well at the moment. So seems to be rejuvenated a little bit. I think he had a bit of a down year last year. Happens sometimes when you play with John Gal. He brings out the worst in guys. You know, he's such a. I'm kidding, obviously. But Hillary on a nice bounce back season. He's hitting the ball really well. I was thumping a game the other night, and he came up huge for him as well. So my vote is for Hillary.
Nice. Logan, what do you say?
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I mean, I played against Hillary a couple of times, and he's been hitting the ball nice, and yeah, it's got to be Hillary.
He is hitting really well. When you're second on your team, and you're a J, you're doing really well.
Yeah, I think he was always an I. Just last year, a down year. I think we'll probably end up seeing him back there at some point.
Okay, let's go with I Fogel.
I'll go with Aiden. Aiden playing very well. He's getting a lot of calls. You know, he's an infielder. He's an outfielder. I would go with Aiden. If I'm looking at that tier, who am I calling? I'm calling Aiden.
If it's on personality alone, Aiden by far.
I was gonna say, like with Aiden, for me, I don't even care. Like I would not look at the stats before calling Aiden. I would just call Aiden. Like you know what you're getting, and like this guy shows up he's subbing and he's like our hype man pre-game. Like he wants to win, he wants to compete. Like Mitch said, he's getting a ton of calls in that tier, even from the tier above it. Like Aiden for sure for me is the guy.
Logan.
And he's got great determination. I mean, Aiden, he played last game on a hurt ankle. Like he's like
subbing on a sprained ankle. Like it's
like executive softball, and he's not going to miss it for anything. So
he couldn't walk for a whole weekend, and he planned on playing a double header the other night. Like
it's insane,
crazy. Okay, let's move on. Logan, give me H.
H.
You can't say everything, okay?
This one's definitely between two people. I mean, it's got to be either Ephraim or Darren Rosenthal. I mean, they're both
Uncle Darren.
Do well.
Uncle Darren.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be those two guys. I'll give it to Ephraim. I saw he was in like the top 10 of batting average, and for somebody in H, that's really, really good.
Yeah. We used to be able to predict Hart. They used to be like just pure pull, and now he's finding holes and finding ways to find grass. So that's really good for him. A little thing about Uncle Darren. Uncle Darren at the end of last year was like fire. He was really, really good. He was getting on every at bat. I remember I think when we played him in the playoffs, he was just like their best hitter, like for average, I would say. But like he's continuing where he left off. He's not going anywhere. I like Uncle Darren a lot.
Yeah.
I agree with Logan. I think those two guys have been great. I would actually include Lino on the list too. Like he's actually also hitting really well. But I think Lino's a little different. Like Lino, I think you expect that almost. Like I don't think Lino should have been a 10. It was just his back was hurting, and guys were like, "Oh, I don't know if I can take a first baseman here." So Gal ended up with great value. But my vote goes to Ephraim too. Like he's just been playing. He's been playing great. People putting shifts on him, and he's still finding a way to bat almost 600. So good for Ephraim, and also like hard to find a better guy than Ephraim. So
I agree with what everyone else said. Just a shout out that I don't think he's a top guy, but I find Rosenstein playing better than I expected. He's hitting the ball well. He's a good fielder.
Played really well last game.
Really Harte, Rosenthal for me are the top guys there. But Rosenstein is doing better than I expected.
You know what? He played really well last game. We nobody was hitting the game. It was a 4-3 game, and he had 3 hits, so it was like 3 for 4, something like that. So he is definitely hitting well, and he catches the balls. So good for him. But good shout out for sure. Fogel, start us off on G.
G. Let me look at G. G to me, there's two guys there. It's you could even say three, but I'm gonna go with Salas. I know people are gonna say Kobe or maybe a Max Caddy. Those are sort of the top three. But Salas hitting fifth in their lineup. You know, he used to not be able to catch as well. He's catching the ball great. Like he's just really solid. If I'm looking at that tier, who am I calling? I'm gonna call Salas.
I know who Shiv will take because Kobe been hitting the ball really nice
Look, I
lately.
can't say Kobe, but like Kobe has been my leadoff hitter all year. He's thriving. He's batting 600. He's just been absolute. I'm getting a ton of calls. Like Epstein is nothing. Barth, who's 3 tiers ahead, and he's calling. So obviously I can't say Kobe. I like Max. Max is great. I think Max is a really underrated player. I think he's a great. Max could be a shortstop in this league, no problem. Hit for the cycle the other night. And then this is just me. I'm a Josh Adams guy. I miss Josh. I miss playing with Josh. Josh, I think, has been playing great for the Truckers. Maybe like the outcomes hitting wise haven't been there, but from what I've heard, playing excellent defense, hustling, hitting the ball hard, just not getting the outcomes. So a little shout out to Josh, my guy.
Logan, do you like or do you dislike hearing people throwing flowers at Kobe?
I gotta like it. I mean, especially after his whole injury history the last 2 years, it's really good to see him back out there and thriving again like he used to when he was like my age, you know, before. So it's good to see him back out there healthy, and he's playing phenomenally. So I can't give him any hate in that category, but he's fallen off just a little recently. I'd like to see him get back up in the.
Was he not 4 for 5 last game?
5 for 5 last
5
game.
for 5 last game. Okay. So he dropped just a little bit.
He dropped down to like 19th in the rankings and batting average, and now he's back up to 10. So I was like, he must have had a really good game.
5 for 5, yeah.
He had a very good game. Yeah.
And he was solid hits.
Yeah.
Hard line drives.
Yeah, but if I had to choose somebody from this tier, I mean, Max has obviously been playing really good. Probably the best second baseman in the league, no doubt about it. But I would like to shout out Boucher. We played Daniak the other day, and he played at third. And I think he made every single play, every single ground ball that was hit to him. He was
decent
scooping
third
them.
baseman. I also thought the same. He's a decent third baseman.
He's solid. He is solid.
I was impressed when I saw him playing third base because he was making the plays. He was picking the ball up, throwing the ball hard to second. It's not an easy thing to do, to turn and throw sideways, to second base. So he did that nicely. He played well.
Yeah.
Let's move on to F.
Skip. Bobby Titleman. Skip.
Oh yeah, Bobby Titleman. Skip. E. We got a 5-person race. Let's start with Shiv since you're not in there.
Yeah, I like it. Interesting tier. I think for me, well, I gotta do one shout out. So Fogel been playing fantastic. Like I've seen a couple PSP games recently, and like
the turnaround is against us. The turnaround is against the Bagels.
But honestly, defensively, this guy is making plays and like tough plays, and like balls hit, those flares into the outfield, and an executor almost always hits. Running backwards, calling it early, sliding into a fence, making plays. I think Mitch is just playing great. He's hitting the ball hard. I have no idea what his batting average is, but I'm not a batting average guy. I'm an eye test guy, and he's hitting the ball extremely hard. So got to give some love to Fogel there. And then I think Logan Frankel too. Like I know
he's your boy.
Kind of up and down. Logan's my guy. Like I love the fire. I love how much he cares. Like he missed a game the other night, and he was texting me the whole time, like, what's happening? What inning? Like, he's so into it. He's so passionate about it. You'll never find a guy who wants to win more. I'd play with Logan Frankel any day of the week. But you know what? Honestly, I think this is a really good tier. Like, I love Slap. Tony, obviously, knows I love him. And Frank's been playing great, too. So this is just a really good tier, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Logan, what do you think?
I'm going to have to back everything Shiv said. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of these guys. I haven't even played the Truckers yet. We haven't played them, so I haven't seen Logan at all. But I'm sure he's playing great. And I mean, Fogel, he's playing really good too. Like I have to give props there. And Slep, you know what you're getting all the time. So he hits the ball hard. He's everywhere in the field diving. Like he kind of reminds me of like an older version of myself.
And he plays everywhere, right? He plays everywhere.
Yeah, utility.
Very good guy. And like even when I'm missing Max Morgan, I'm in calling slap, right? So like that just goes to show you, I'm going 2 tiers down sometimes to get a sub. So it just goes to show you that this tier I think are very close with the guys tiered above them. Like it's on any given day they could outperform any of the guys above them. So.
And slept like a couple years ago, his hitting was always iffy. Last year he was just consistent. This year he's super consistent. So he's really he's really found his own.
Okay, let's go to D Fogel.
D, I don't know how you don't say Shane, who's batting 680 with I don't know, 7 home runs or whatever he's doing, but
Triple crown threat.
Definitely Shane. I mean, he's also getting the most calls, I think, in that tier. So to me, it's a no-brainer there.
Shiv, I know you agree. What do you think, Logan?
I agree with Shane also. I mean, I heard there were like, I guess whatever rumors or whatever you want to call them, like his fielding is not good enough, and that's why he's so low. But I feel like the hitting makes up for it, and he's been playing great in the field this year. We played against he subbed the other day for Daniak, and he made every play. So
I want to give a shout out.
I love Shane more than anyone in the world. But if someone tells me that he's playing great in the field right now, I will call them a bold-faced liar, and Shane knows that. He knows he could be better than that. He's absolutely smashing the ball, but Shane is a way better fielder than what we've seen this year.
The balls have been popping out.
Shane for a decade, and he's way better than what he's doing right now, and I'm not worried about him. He actually played a great game in second base the other night.
Do you think if he scissored a little less when the ball was coming in, that he would catch more balls?
I'm not going to comment on what he should and shouldn't be doing when the ball's coming in. I think Shane's biggest problem, and you see it in a few guys that are really fast, is when they're running in on a ball, they sometimes overrun it, right? It's like they're trying to get to a spot. They get to the spot, the ball carries a bit more, and the glove is like kind of up over the head. Like sometimes you got to try to coast a little more. Like if you watch someone like Logan or Jared, the way they get to a ball, like 2 really fast guys, but they'll get into like a gear where they're coasting to that spot and meeting the ball at the right place. Shane, I think sometimes just a little too fast for his own good, and that's what gives him challenges because he'll make spectacular plays. Like if he has to sprint in and dive, he's great. If something's hit way up in the air and he runs in, sometimes he can get it just a little. I think he loses his feet a little bit. That would be my take on this.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I just want to give a quick shout out to Rosenblatt because I watched him play a couple times this week. Forget about the field, but when he's swinging, he swings so gently and smooth and is able to poke the ball wherever he wants. He gets on base every time. Like it almost feels that way. Like
Yoni, maybe just two other guys in that tier. Just quick call out: Maislin hitting the ball great. Maislin with the glasses. I feel like every game I've seen the Truckers play, his swing just is so smooth. One of the nicest swings in the league, I find. Maislin and obviously our guy Logan, who's here right now, I think are the 2 prettiest swings for me to watch. And then Jesse Shea, like I think this guy's just been a great add to the league. Forget everything on the field, but like off the field, the guy's just an absolute gem.
One guy.
Personality, one as a human for sure.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He hangs out after the games, talks, jokes. It's a lot of fun. I listen, I didn't know him so well before this year. I met him a couple times, but I really, really like the guy. So yeah,
I think Bart's hitting like 650. So I mean,
I hope his hip heals quickly, right? Because that hip is he's subbing still, but that hip has been causing him some problems.
Barth hitting 650 with like 4 bombs and nobody mentioned him. Sorry, Barth.
So that's how good the tier.
That's just because we expect big things from you.
Listen, it's a good tier, and as we go up, the tiers get harder to choose because it's a lot of good players to choose from and very hard to choose. But who do you want on your team in C? If you're creating a team right now, who do you want on your team? You can't say your own team.
I mean, it's obvious to. I guess it's obvious to me, but I won't say my own team. But after that, after AJ, to me, it would be Jordan Benzer in that tier. He subbed for us once. He's hitting the ball great. He's really smoking the ball. He's fielding great. So after my guy, I'm going with Jordan Benzer there.
All right. What about you, Shit? What about Logan? Let's go to Logan. I haven't heard.
Yeah, go to Logan.
Yeah, I completely agree with Fogel there. I mean, AJ, no doubt about it. I want him. He's electric. Like, it's so fun to watch him. I'm on the other side of the field all the time, and I see him make these great catches or like running around the bases, and no one's gonna throw him out. And then Jordan, same thing. Like he's everywhere in the field. He's everywhere on the bases. He's been hitting well, and Singer too. I would love to play with Singer.
Yeah. Speak about those two people that you just mentioned are both playing for Jordan and Lior on Tuesday for the Bagel. Jordan, Lior, and Aiden are going to be in Washington, D.C. watching a Nationals game. Something I
They're
had
there now.
pleasure. They're there now. I had the pleasure of doing a month or two ago. A lot of fun at that field. Beers are $5 before the first pitch, so it depends how early they get there. But yeah, we have AJ and Singer subbing for Lior and Jordan on Tuesday. Let's move into B. Shiv, who do you want on your team in B?
My guy Logan White. That's who I want. Look, if I'm being honest, I think with Logan, we're seeing the breakout that Epstein predicted. And forgive my barking dog here in the background, but yeah, look, I think Logan's taken that step forward that I think we all thought that he would. I was hopeful he would drop to me in the third round. There was no such luck. I think Logan's maybe the most dangerous player in the league, right? So like he's a guy when he comes up, he could hit a bomb 300 feet. He's learned how to hit line drives to the opposite field. A very tough out. When Lozoff was hurt, I used Logan every single game. I just think he's sort of broken out and solidified himself as a future one and a future star of this league. And then, just to comment on his defense, I think last year sort of the knock on Logan was like, I don't know where he plays defensively. Like, is he a shortstop? Is he a third baseman? Is he a left fielder? Is he a center fielder? And I think coming into this year, they committed to turning him into a left center fielder, and he's just thriving. Like, what you want for me anyway in a left center fielder is a guy who wants the ball. And I've never seen anybody go after the ball more aggressive. Calls everything. He made a catch, not in exec, and maybe we don't talk about other leagues here, but subbing in the Hampstead League the other night, absolute joke. The kid who hit it, played junior elite, played very high level baseball. He's like, that's one of the best catches I've ever seen. So,
He obviously didn't see my catch against Darren.
No, that was actually pretty good, the face into the fence one. But this catch was just like nobody else on the field was even getting close to that ball. So yeah, I'm gonna, a lot of guys I like in this tier. Again, I think it's a really good tier in terms of quality. But just I think the guy here who's the most dangerous is.
You know what's funny? 6 episodes ago, you would have said Emil.
Emil's great.
You did say Emil 6 episodes ago. So Logan, in 6 episodes worth of time, has brought himself all the way up there.
Thank you, Shiv.
The skill is there. It was just I needed to see it, and now I've seen it. So.
Shiv's looking for you to replace him as a 1, and he'd like to swap with you next season.
The tides are turning. The young kids are taking over. Logan, Mally, Jordan Benzer.
Shiv can't wait for the day that he's a 2.
I hear it 5 times a week.
Shiv, you're a 2.
I'm sorry. I find a way to get things done. I'm a guy in my mid-40s. Logan White is a better player than I am at this stage, and anyone who says otherwise is lying to themselves. True story.
All right, let's move on to A. Let's just do A quickly, and then we'll get on to some other stuff. We have about 6 minutes to go. Logan, A. Who are you taking on your team from A?
I mean, some amazing players. It's so hard to choose. I think Darren's playing great. I mean, he started off a little slow, but you're getting with him. We played him the other day, and I think it was Max or Barth or someone smashed the ball, and he ran like I've never seen before. He was so close to catching it. Like he goes for everything. So I want to give him props. I mean, it's so hard to choose, but I guess I'll go with Darren. We played with him last year. It was really fun. And hopefully I could play with him again soon.
Awesome. Let's turn off. Let's take away the tier thing now. We're going to do a new segment that was brought up by one of our viewers and fans. They want a segment called Questions from the Viewers. So we have a few questions here. First question is from Anonymous. I don't know if you'll be able to figure out who it is by the question, but this one's for Shiv. Given the tough season you're having, if you were given a draft do-over, which other first baseman would you have drafted and why?
Lauren Crane, because I need more dog shit players on my team. I'm just kidding. I just shout out Lauren for the question. Which other first baseman would I have drafted? I would have drafted Fuchsia. Instead, I had to trade for him. There you go.
All right. Next question. Fogel. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Current player you'd least like to face.
Shiv, it's easy. Wouldn't have to think twice.
Logan, what do you think? Same thing?
Who do I least want
Can't
to?
you- Yeah. You would least want to face bases loaded 2 outs.
Yeah, Shiv's a
What do
good
I
answer.
need? Do I need a home run or do I need a single? Because the answer will be different.
Runs.
I'm
I
assuming.
assumed a hit. For a hit, I'm taking Shiv.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Same scenario. Player on your own team you'd like at the plate. Oh, shit.
Probably got to be Mally then. He's definitely the second best hitter right after me. So
Shiv?
Yes, love that confidence.
Love the confidence.
Shane for me at the moment for sure, but the guy couldn't be hotter.
Fogel?
I'll take Fedor. He showed it on Tuesday. He's super clutch. I knew he was getting that hit. Super clutch. I'm going Brad.
Okay. Our last question of the day. Bang, bang, play at the plate to decide the championship. Current umpire you'd be comfortable with to make the call, Logan.
Obviously I won't say my dad. But I think he's a really good option. Probably other.
So you did say your dad.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying like that's not my answer. I
Not his final.
a lot of good umpires. Shiv's a good one. I'm trying to think who's doing the bases the other day for us. I don't know. I'll just say Shiv. I was in the position.
Fogel, what do you say?
But you said at the plate, right?
At the plate.
At the
Make a
plate,
call at the plate for the
uh,
championship.
I would go Shiv.
I personally would go Fogel for one reason. He will stick to it no matter what. Like he'll scream back at you if you even think of saying anything. Like he's confident when he makes a call. He makes it with confidence, and I like that. I like that. It's hard to argue with confidence, right?
I mean, you call what you see. You should be confident. No, nobody should ever make a call and not be confident. Like, yeah.
No, but there's a difference between saying out and you're out. Like like you knew what you were doing.
Fogel hustles. He's always in the right place. He makes his calls with conviction. That's what you wanted.
It was a pleasure umping with Fogel a doubleheader the other night. Just
Yeah,
saying,
good times.
because of stupid pipe bursts.
And one thing, Yoni, despite me and Mitch White's disagreement in a game the other night, I do think Mitch is a great umpire. I would trust Mitch to make that.
We got to do a few over-unders, just a couple of them before we say our goodbyes. Games getting called this week, a half a point.
Game getting called this
Like
week.
rain down.
Zero.
So under.
Yeah,
Under.
I'm gonna go under also. I think we have nice weather ahead this week.
Logan, this one's for you. Hits Kobe White has 6.5.
For playing 2 games, I'm gonna go the over. I'm
Over.
confident
Yes, sir.
in him.
That means he's getting 4 hits in one game, 3 in another, at least.
Yeah. Gonna do that.
Love it. Shiv.
Yeah.
Exec softball posts Brian Bloomer makes 1.5.
Under. It's not prime Bloomer time. Bloomer's at his best during the draft and right after the draft and then leading up to the playoffs. Not a lot going on right now. As long as nobody upsets Bloomer this week, we should be safe.
And this one I'm bringing back for a second week because you all got it wrong last week. I called over under 2.5 1-run games. You all took the under, the soft under, might I add. You said it was going to be 2 games. It was in fact 3 games. It was the over. Give it to me. What's it going to be?
Under. Going back to under.
Under 2.5?
Under.
Under
Yeah.
2.5, Logan?
Yeah, I agree. Under 2.5.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Logan. Always a pleasure to have you. It was great to hear your insight.
Great
guest.
Shiv,
Great guest.
Fogel,
Great guest, great guest.
always a pleasure. Thank you and good luck this week, guys. It's a
You
big
too.
week. Have fun. Go out there and do your best.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yoni.
Enjoy Canada.
guys.
Enjoy
Yeah.
Canada, guys.
Every month is a